Hello everyone. So just to pick up on the topic of behavior and bad habits that our children can pick up, especially from school. My son, he picked up in the last month of school, right before his summer holidays, a lot of different habits, not very good ones. So he's copying a lot of the things the children would do and would say, and I didn't like it at all because it was completely different to how he would have been normally. So I thought of a game to play with him. It's worked in the majority, not always, but it worked quite well for a month and a half, 2 months. You just need a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. One side is good, the other side is bad. And what you do is you can design or draw on it with your son. My son drew some pictures on his. And what you do is every time your child does something good or bad, you write it down. So for me, I focus on the bad, which is probably not a good thing, but my son focuses solely on the good things. So everything good he does, he tells me. He picked up a sock from the ground. He fixed the cushion. He was quiet. He ate his dinner. All of these things that he sees as good, it's good for me because it's probably things I wouldn't even notice, but he brings them to my attention so that he gets a good point. What you can do is have a game where when he gets to 5 or 10 points, he gets some kind of reward. My son loves video games and playing football in the park, uh, so I make those the rewards. If he's very, very good, he gets to play the game for an extra 20 minutes or he gets to play it. But if he's bad, I take it away. So I take away his video game if he does 5 things bad and 5 kind of big things, not small things, but he kicked the chair, for example, and he knew he'd done it, and he already told me, okay, I will write that down. So he got me to write down that he kicked the chair. He told me he spilled milk before on the sofa, I think. He told me it without me seeing, which was very nice. And one thing you will notice with the game, it's quite fun, because you have quite a funny list at the end about the good and bad things he's done. But you'll notice a change in your child's behavior, and I've noticed a very big change because he's a lot more open about the things he does, both good and bad. So I don't need to ask him what he's done, good or bad. He knows straight away, and he already looks at me when he does something either bad or good, and he immediately says it should go on the list. So it's very good because it opens your child's mind. It gets them more aware of what they're doing, because for sure children, they just do without thinking. And I've enjoyed it a lot to see him, to own up to things that he has done that normally he wouldn't, or normally he would refuse and say he didn't do it, even though it's just me and him living here. So it's quite good to see the change in behavior, and he is acting, or he, for the month and a half that we did it, he was extremely well behaved, in the fact that he would own up to the things he's done wrong. He's still a child, so he's still going to make mistakes, he's still going to make a mess, he's still going to get angry and cry, but it's good that he knows when he does those things that it's not good. That it's not nice for him to kick, it's not nice for him to be angry or shout at me for something so small. So it's good to see your child becoming more and more aware of all of the different things that they're doing. So the game, you can change it, however you like, but it's worked for me having just a piece of paper. We put it on the bedroom door so he sees it regularly, and he has a box he can tick. If he does something good, he can write down what he did, something bad again. And when it gets to the end, 5 or 10, however many points, then you can write the reward. I let my son choose what the reward is for both good and bad, and he chose that he would get to play the game, and if he was bad, that he wouldn't get to play the game. And of course, you can change it according, to what your child likes. But I found it has worked, especially for awareness. It's really cool to see how aware they become when they do it, and I think it could work for you also. If it doesn't work, it's your problem. No, I'm kidding. It should work, and I think it would work. No harm in trying it. But again, every child is different. But for mine, it's worked very, very well, and hopefully for yours, it works too. So until the next tip, have a very, very good day.